Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music, and there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass, a showcase of homegrown talent, mixing independent music with personal interviews and a behind-the-scenes look at our music community. Backstage Hall Pass is your front row center seat to some great conversation with the area's most talented artists. Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
Working for the weekend, and I want to see a show. I flip on the poker face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the latest band info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the All Around Town Radio Show. The All Around Town Radio.
What's happening, people? How y'all doing? Everybody all right? Hopefully you're doing well on this wonderful Monday. Hope you had a great weekend of live local music out there. Let's see who's checking in today.
It's the Weekend Review. Top 5 coming for you. Speaking with the fans, sometimes they don't show well. Whatever, man. We're coming, who's playing out off the open jam with the who's who of talent.
The hell are you talking about, Rick?
Ready to raise some hell. With all around, you know I plan to do it well. So all around town radio.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the program. Rob Paisley on the YouTube channel. Yeah, Jimmy Kilroy in the house. Hi, Jim. Fred Flintstone has joined us. He's Yabba Dabba Doing in Columbus. What's going on, Rick? What the heck are you talking about? Is that Kara? You talking about Karis? Maybe I don't know. Hi, Jill Drew. Let's see what he says. Karis doesn't. She sings that on Tuesday, man. Yes, on the program Tuesday when she's here for Hot Topic, which she will be this week. Since she's finished jet setting across America again. Yes, she's always jet setting across America. And that is Sweet Sister Mercy singing that one in that theme song there. So thank you to Sweet Sister Mercy for bringing that to us. Hey, we're going to talk about our weekend in music. If you had a good, sound like Dr. Phil, if you had a good weekend in music, please drop it in the comments and tell us who you saw. I want to mention it because we did not post that on the page today. It's been too busy with that wonderful announcement we made today about getting our deal with XM Radio. Yeah. How many gullible people are there out there? It's April Fool's, people. Keep that in mind. Keep it in mind. And Jill says thunderstorms here in Kentucky. She's looking out AccuWindow window. Thank you for that weather report, Jill. Back to you in the studio. All right. I hope it's not bad. They say tomorrow's going to be a little bit dicey. They are. Sean Cooper in the house. How you doing, Sean? What's happening, man? Good afternoon to you, too. Hi, Chris Coondog Cooney. And all the haters. Yes, he says that's All Around Town Radio, folks. But we call them haters. We do. Ty Richards in the house. Going to talk about him for a minute. The lead singer of Truck. I got so many singers, but Ty is kind of the front man of Truck. And really, what a great band. We're going to talk about them here in a minute again. I just can't get enough of that band. They're so much fun. They really are. So, let's chat for a minute, folks. Who'd you see play music this weekend? Who did you see play music this weekend? Anybody? Come on, people. I want to hear. I want to have a little chat here. Let's see what Dewey's got to say. Dewey'd like to block some people in real life. Yeah, see that? How do I block you in real life? There are people that I would probably do that to. There are. Hey, I want to tell you all something, too. A little programming note. We'll be live at 5 tomorrow with Hot Topic Tuesday. Currently, we don't have a band for Wednesday. I need a musician to come on Wednesday at noon. So if you know anybody, you want to send them my way, we'll get them on at noon on Wednesday. That is the new time that we have to do the live stuff on Wednesdays because of commitments I have at 5 o'clock. So if you want to have a band on and you want to chat about your band or you want to chat about something you got going, a project, this, that, or the other, we'll get you on there. Going to have some good folks coming up in the next few weeks, though. So stick around for that. But we had one scheduled for Wednesday, but it fizzled. It happens. It does. It happens sometimes. What's going on, Carrie? Thanks for being here. Fred saying thank you to Jill for the weather report. Thank you for that. And what else we got going on? Yes. He's been on too many. You have. You've been on so much. No, you haven't been on a long time, man. Ty went to see Ashley Knapp on Friday for a bit. I'm glad to hear you did that. I love Ashley. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Rick Kern. Rick got to see. Thank you for that. Rick said he saw Rick Kern. Rick Kern getting ready to have a birthday, I think. Crown Watts, the Bell and the Bear. Kara, he said, awesome time. If you like prog rock, you'll like Crown Watts. That's a fact. And I know I've been trying to work it out with Rick to get Rick on a Wednesday, just Rick and I would like to have the two of us. I've had Rick on for some of the events and things we've done, but you never get enough time with him. And I think it'd be a good one too, Dewey. For real, for real. Jill got to see Denim Deluxe at 7 West and Lee Dixon and Company at Smoke Justice on Friday. Saturday, Don't Tell Steve at Jim and Jack's. And they've added a male singer who plays sax. Who's added a male singer that plays sax? Don't Tell Steve? I didn't know that. How about that? Is that a fact? Sean Cooper saw Naked Karate Girls at Red's opening day. They're so much fun. We had them on the show last Wednesday. If you want a behind-the-scenes look at Naked Karate Girls and the machine that it is, check it out. Last Wednesday's Wednesday with the band. Good stuff. And he's got an album almost done, hoping for June. I want to hear it. We want to premiere it. Let's premiere it on the show, Heath. Let's do that. Always like doing those local artist premieres. It's fun. Hi, Jimmy Gard from Ithaca. Thanks for joining us today. So, yeah, despite some crappy weather over the weekend here and there, we did have a good weekend. Hope you all had a great Easter and enjoyed that. Again, happy April Fool's Day. Welcome to All Around Town Radio, your number one source for live local music, news, bands, venues, and more. And your home for everything music here, hopefully. And what else we got? Gosh, everybody's rhyming in and chiming in today. Billy Baker, how are you? Thanks for being here. Roger, Mojo Blues Cats at Mansion Hill Saturday. Okay. Thank you for that. Yeah, if you saw somebody play over the weekend, lay it on me. And Heath would be glad to do that, man. That'd be fun. Yes. And that's a fact. They added a sax with Don't Tell Steve. Wow. Well, that's breaking news right here. You heard it here first. Breaking news. And, I got to tell you a funny story today. There's a group I'm in that is the platform we use here on the Book of Face. It's called, we use StreamYard, and there's all kinds of stuff going on with Facebook dropping third-party platforms like this from, you're not allowed to go live on groups, but you can go live on pages with them, which means we'll still be able to do all right. I can't go live on my trivia page with it or anything like that, but because that's a closed group. But some guy sent a comment the other day. He says, you have a really good show, but I hate the way you look down at the monitor all the time and don't look into the camera. So here, just for him. All right, there it is. Thanks for being a hater, dude. I mean, nobody wants to see my face anyway. So why does it matter? Look in the camera, look down, whatever. I mean, you ever seen Joe Rogan do his show? He's got 10 bazillion viewers and he's like over here like this talking to people. Nobody ever cares which, whatever. Thanks for taking the time, to remind me that I suck. I appreciate that. Mike Coons, how are you? Had the pleasure of working with Rick Kern and the guys from Rapid Fire and Hell's Bells at the Blue Note this weekend. Yeah, that looked good. The videos I saw, that looked really good. It did. And yes, close up, please don't do that. See, Carrie, thanks. I can always count on you for being an ass. Yes. Rick Kern says, howdy. Hi, Rick Kern. How are you? And got to see Bad Habit at Big Bull's Roadhouse on Saturday night. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. All right, let me talk about who we saw. First and foremost, man, the Thursday show took it in the shorts this week. We did. We had like 2.3 thousand views, normally 4. Yeah, I don't know what's sucking there, but that happened this week. And people say, don't get hung up on the numbers. Well, the numbers don't lie. They don't. And hi, Mark Coons. Thank you for being here. And yeah, look, got all kinds of people checking in. Carrie says, love you, man. I love you back, Carrie. Thanks for all those photos you're taking too. Gives me another opportunity to see great pictures of events that I can't make. So yeah, Thursday show, little week, had plenty of shares. I think it was just a busy weekend. People are out and about and they had their plans made. And obviously not a whole lot of music going on Sunday with it being Easter Sunday. And it was good. And yes, Heath knows somebody's not getting a free bottle of water. You got that right. I don't know. This guy's from like out of state or something. He's a critiquer of all these. He takes everybody that's a member of that group and he goes and checks out their pages and watches their videos and StreamYard and then tells you what you're doing wrong. And some of his points, I will say, are good. I mean, he talks about production with the board and things that we're using. But, I don't care if you look at the side of my face or not. Does anybody care? Nobody cares. I don't think. But Billy Baker is at opening day. There you go. Rick's loving life. Almost over the hill, Rick. Yep, almost you are. Almost over the hill. So don't forget to follow us on all the socials, guys. We are on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and actually X, which used to be Twitter. We don't tweet much. And we're on the Tick of Talk, but I don't post anything there either. I just kind of voyeur and watch everybody else's videos. So that's how that works. Our weekly programming here at All Around Town Radio every Thursday. It's Who's Playing Out, brought to you by our friends at Froggies in Monroe. Every Wednesday with the band at noon, if we have one. And then on Tuesday, Hot Topic Tuesday with Karis. It's always fun and controversial. I want to thank Miss Jackie for being the highlight of my life last week. She joined me on Wednesday. She's such a party in herself. Yes. And going to give Rick Kern a free membership to the Over the Hill gang. I am. He gets one. So let me get to my stuff real quick, guys. We're just kind of kicking around because I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I wasn't out a bunch this weekend because of all the Easter festivities and everything else that went on. But I did make it out Friday night first of all, let me start with saying, if you have a Firebirds in your area, go to Firebirds for happy hour. There are little bar bites in the bar that you can get. You can have a meal out of that stuff. And it was fun. We went there and took part in their happy hour at Firebirds and then headed down to Mr. Burroughs Tavern, which they had a fundraiser going on. And I've emceed that fundraiser a few times. And it was the Harry Clevenger Scholarship Fund. Now, Marcy, if you know Marcy and Rick from Mr. Burroughs Tavern, it's Marcy's nephew who passed away at a very young age, and they developed a scholarship for him. And they've given away, they give away $2,000 in scholarship money. And last year they gave it to 3 different people. This year, I don't know what her plan is, but I know they made $2,000 the night of the event. So congratulations for that, just on Friday night, from the cover charge to get in and that kind of thing. But I will say this event was a party from start to finish. Our friends from Velvet Crush were playing. And if you've never seen Velvet Crush, I mean, they are the band, again, like I talked about Naked Karate Girls, that you want to have if you have a big tent party and all that. They're a great party band, a wedding band. They play a lot of corporate events. And Velvet Crush killed it. I mean, they had this crowd there up and dancing from start to finish. Their opening set was an 80s set where they basically segued from one song to the next, blending through the 80s and never stopping, and really wowed the crowd with that. And this was the first time Velvet Crush has played indoors at Mr. Burroughs Tavern. It's a big band, and they've got a lot of sound and a lot of things that go into play there, and they played indoors. Now, they've played another event outside, I believe, once, but nothing inside. And this was a good event, and they made some good money that night. And again, guys, if you're out there, please drop in the comments who you know and who you saw over the weekend. We'd love to hear from you. Hi, Dirk Turner. Hi, Patrick Witt. Good to see you. Good to see you, Patrick, over the weekend. And David and Gary Garwood, twin brothers, are in this band. And then Tim playing guitar, Paul on the drums, and Dave Kemp on the sound is a great combination. Really a good show. And, I saw this band. I've seen them many times. I had never had the opportunity to see him with Tim as the guitar player. I'd seen Dave Hurley play with him, and Dave's an excellent player. And Tim, man, he crushed it. He's got some really good stage antics and fun for a party band. So hats off to him, doing a great job. They raised $2,000 for the scholarship. They were humping full of people. And there was a lot of the Mr. Burroughs regulars there that come in all the time and support those events. And anytime they put on a fundraiser, you can guarantee there's going to be a lot of people there. And just as we've done at many other venues, and like Karis's venue, when she says fundraiser, people come. And the same thing occurred on this one. What's up, Dirk? Mr. Hall. Oh, I'm official today. Thank you. Patrick, who else we got here? Dirk says a lot of talent in Velvet Crush. Yes. And, what's going on, Mickey Evans? Speaking of Sweet Sister Mercy and the theme song at the beginning of this thing, there's Mickey. Oh, Mickey, you're so fun. You are. So hats off to them. I won't mention all the songs they did, but gosh, the 80s medley they did to open up the show was, I bet, 40 minutes worth of straight 80s music. Never quit, never took a break, never paused for the cause, anything. Just rolled through this thing. And so much fun. And then they went into a 90s set as well and had the crowd humping. They did. It was a good time. So thank you to Velvet Crush for another good evening. What's Dewey got to say here? He said Crown Watts had some newer tunes in their set. Wow. The Beatles, Peter Gabriel, and of course Rush. Yes, always. Yes, at the bell. Thank you, Dewey. Love Crown Watts. One of the best technical bands I've ever heard. And they're not, I mean, if you're going to have the woo girls screaming up front and all that, no. But if you like wonderfully played, technically played well music, Crown Watts is your band. They are. And if you like Rush, you'll love them for real. So let me move on, though. I've got another engagement to talk about here, and that was Saturday night, and dropped in on our boys from Truck, also at Mr. Burroughs. And I'll give my disclaimer before I get the haters out there, because I get invited to a lot of shows and a lot of distance. My eyes are still screwed up. I'm not driving late at night too far. I'm just telling you that if I can help it. And I went to Mr. Burroughs again because it's 5 minutes from my house and they have great music. And just as I'll go to Heather's all summer long too, because there's great music there on the patio. So Saturday, Truck played. If you haven't heard Truck, it's a blend of country, rock, bluegrass, all played in the truck style, as we like to say. I heard songs like Hard Luck Woman by Kiss. They played my signature song that I love. And thank you, Nick Wheeler, for dedicating that one to me, as he always does. Crazy for You by Madonna in a bluegrass format. It's to die for. It's good. And, they were doing Jim Croce, Don't Mess Around with Jim, Amos Moses, Denim and Twang, a Truck original, which I really love, that talks about your Doesn't Stink. And Mama Tried. We had some old Merle Haggard in there. And then we go into Signs, Signs Everywhere, Signs, that song by, numerous artists, but Tesla did it last, I think. And Little Sister And Gary Allen, Right Where I Need to Be, Eastbound and Down. The Smokey and the Bandit tune. Van Halen, Nick Wheeler, killing Finish What You Started. And Should Have Been a Cowboy thrown in there too. Ty Richards with great vocals. We were missing Kenny Utley that night. Kenny always sings well and plays well. Missing Kenny that night, but Doug Warner killed it as well on the dobro and the guitar. He was having some technical difficulties with his guitar. He went through a couple of guitars, but he had it playing and doing his things. And just a fabulous band, Truck is always. Something I love about Truck is their interaction with their audience and the fact that they're just cut-ups. They don't take it too serious. And that's what I like. They get up there, they play. If somebody misses a lick, nobody cares. They just keep playing and have a good time. They're a great band, though. They're full of great musicians. And to hear Nick Wheeler doing some, old rock tunes in a country format, Don't Go Away Mad, Just Go Away, songs like that. It's really a cool show. So they were there on Saturday at Mr. Burroughs Tavern. Not as packed a house. Unfortunately, their crowd took a little bit of a dip because of the night before packing Mr. Burroughs. And so many people think you can't go to the same place twice. Well, I did, and I enjoyed it. And like I said, I don't miss Truck. We've got some friends who were there. Got to say happy birthday to Charmin. She was there that night, and John, and they enjoyed themselves. They always love watching Truck as well. So I saw the McNutts, Roger McNutt, a huge follower of local music. We saw Roger down at JJ Gray last weekend. Last weekend, I had a hell of a lot to report on. This weekend, not so much, because it took a little bit of a breather. Hi, Kim, my resident Gamut wife. How are you? Good to have you with us. And Ty, anytime, my brother, you guys are a fantastic band. And I got to give Ty props on the vocals. Everybody knows Nick from the rock side of things. And Nick's got harmony pipes like none other. But Ty Richard, as a front man and a vocalist, he's on it and really, really can bring those strong vocals to the stage. And Benny said Nick is awesome. Thank you, Benny Hill. You're awesome as well. And then what do we got here? Brian says we're so lucky to have so many great bands and musicians in it. We are. We truly are. And Gino Stewart on the drums, right? Am I right there? Ty, I'm sorry. I missed him, didn't I? I'm sorry about that, Gino. Yes. And yes, Benny's got a great voice. I love Benny Hill's voice. Well, there's all kinds of Bennys out there. Benny Bodine, another one that's a wonderful solo artist along with his rock band too, which is good. Hi, Brad. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate that. Who's the drummer then? I don't know. Who's your drummer, Ty? Did I forget him entirely? I did, didn't I? Gosh, I'm terrible about names sometimes. But a really good time. Thank you for that. I love some of the stuff they play going back in time and hitting it up. So thank you, Truck, as always, for a wonderful evening out and about on Saturday night. Joel, thank you. Gosh, I'm brain dead today. Thanks, Ty. And thanks, Joel. There were all kinds of musicians in the house there Friday and Saturday night. Let's see, Friday night for that fundraiser, I saw Matt Smith from Stranger in the house. I saw the Party Punch guys in the house. There at Burroughs, there was a ton of them. So good stuff happening in the Springboro area as well. And a lot happening, of course, across the tri-state, which we talk about. Thank you, Dewey, for bringing us what happened at the Bell and the Bear. And Corona got to see 3 Day Rule at Trillions. They rocked it. Very good. There was a lot of music this weekend. A lot of bands playing out. And as Mike said earlier, the Judas Priest tribute and AC/DC tribute at the Blue Note. Rapid Fire, our friend Rick Kern in that band, and that's another good one. If you haven't seen Rick play in the Eagles Project, it's a must-see. If you like the Eagles, go close your eyes and tell me you're not listening to the Eagles when you go see those guys. Beautiful, beautiful job they do on the Eagles. Hey, we've got a good topic tomorrow. Karis will be with me, and we're going to roll that out at you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So join us. Watch for that to pop up on the page as well. And if there's anybody out there that is a musician that wants to come on Wednesday at noon it is, love to have you. So shoot me a message on the old DMs, as they say. Slide into the DMs and we'll be glad to have you. So that's really all I got. I didn't have a big weekend, but that's where it's at. We've got a lot to do this week, though. A lot of things happening here in Springboro, along with down at the Bell and the Bear that we're going to be mentioning. We've got some folks coming on next week, which you're going to enjoy a lot. The special show that's going on at the Bell and the Bear also. So we're going to bring you that. Hi, Stephen Bell. I heard you got a sax player. Thanks for giving me the scoop on that. I didn't hear about that till Glenn just said it, or Jill said it. I'm lost. So go back and watch Wednesday with the band last week, Naked Karate Girls. If you've ever seen them and you've wondered, how can they be in the same place twice in a night? They'll tell you how they can, with 14 guys playing in that camp. And they all interplay each other's parts too, which is amazing. And nobody's playing. I mean, they may use some backing tracks vocally and things to enhance their show, but I'll tell you, they're all great musicians. Everybody in that camp is a fantastic musician. And Tim, who kind of prompted that show with us, saw him at the Bell and the Bear a couple weeks ago on Jam Night. He is an entertainer. We had a great time watching that as well. And Steven said it was an experiment. Oh, like the mad scientist thing. Thanks. So did anybody else see? We've got a couple minutes left here before we go, before we hit the 30-minute mark. Who'd you see over the weekend? Drop it in there. Hey, Hollywood, I see you popping up on here. And good to have you here. So, yeah, if you saw somebody play, give them a shout out in the comments here if you can. We did not get that posted today. And by the way, if you want support local music apparel, you have about 24 hours now to get it. We're going to have it open until tomorrow about showtime. So if you want any of that, hoodies, T-shirts, tank tops, hats, winter hats, anything you want there, it's still on the store. So all you have to do is get on the link. You can order it. It'll be shipped right to your door, or you can pick it up at 937 Inc. in Springboro. They're a great company. They work with us, and we open that store about once every 2 months. So we'll open this one, let them process the orders. They'll have them to you within 2 weeks of the close of the store. And that's how it works, folks. So grab yourself something. I don't have anything else today, guys. So nobody commenting about who they saw. So we're going to get on out of here. Thank you for watching today. Tune in tomorrow for Hot Topic Tuesday, where Karis and I will bring you joy and judgment. That's what's happening tomorrow. We're going to leave you with Sweet Sister Mercy and the Hall Around Town theme. Thanks for watching, guys. Get out and support live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you.
Working for the weekend, and I want to see a show. I flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the latest band info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the All Around Town radio show. The All Around Town radio.
Don't forget, the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and don't necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities that they represent.